All right, you should be able to hear me now. Just let me know how I'm sound. Yeah, I can hear myself on my phone here. 1 second. All right, all right. Well, that was some action there. Topped out above 190, going back down maybe. Whenever it goes up sharply like that, I've noticed that like I don't want to go live because I'm probably catching the tail end of it, but then I don't want to miss out. So here we go. I mean, man, this is insanity. Just what's going on today? It's like this is just the precursor, you know? It's like I yeah, it seems like what's on everyone's mind is that next week is the week. It's the big week. But then we see GameStop shoot up to 190 today and now hanging around 170 something. And it's like, what's going on? What's going on? But I don't know, man. Yeah, why is it going up like that? I don't know. So there was a sort of a catalyst today, but this was announced. Hold on. This was announced before the market opened. So GameStop taps shareholder Ryan Cohen to lead e-commerce shift, according to Bloomberg. So, okay, yeah, hi cutie. I think it's due to Bloomberg reporting Cohen being put in charge today. But that was announced pre-market. So what caused this huge jump? You know what I want to check out real quick. Anytime Ryan Cohen tweets, it causes some crazy action. So let's check that out. Well, he has not tweeted. So, yeah, this was announced early this morning, pre-market, and the price of GameStop pre-market was looking pretty good. So I think that's great news. It's what we had hoped. Up 13% pre-market, and now up 31%. But let me just read this. GameStop has tapped shareholder Ryan Cohen to lead the company's transition to an e-commerce business. Bloomberg reported, citing sources familiar with the matter, sending the video game retailer's shares up 13% on Monday pre-market. Cohen, a board member who has been pushing the company to move away from its traditional brick-and-mortar model, will chair a new board committee, Bloomberg reported. The committee will look to hire executives to lead its customer care and e-commerce fulfillment centers, as well as finding a new chief financial officer with technology and e-commerce experience, according to the report. GameStop, which has become one of the most visible of the so-called meme stocks, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Last week, Cohen, who's a major shareholder of GameStop and founder of e-commerce firm Chewy.com, blah, 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 posted a cryptic tweet. Anyway, that was earlier today. That spike up to 195 or so. I'm just wondering what caused that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's all this GameStop stuff. So, or maybe it's all the Cohen stuff. But I do think this is the appetizer. I don't think that any kind of squeeze is going to have been squoze this week. As far as the mother of all short squeezes, the MOAS, as it's called. So, just wanted to hop on. I'm going to be here for a little bit, not a ton, maybe until a little after noon or something. So, love to know your thoughts. Have the GME mega thread popped up. So let's see what's going on there. I would have hopped on sooner. I was working on some TikToks. uh, I set a goal for today, and I'm not going to meet that goal, and it's GameStop's fault. But I don't care. Anything that distracts me from crypto, I'm okay with that. All right. Let's see the GME mega thread. Okay, attention moon travelers. We are now boarding your rocket to the moon. Waiting for 1,000 diamond money vomit. I don't know what that means. Just hit 160 and passed. All right. Literally all you have to do is hold. 180 is not the new floor. 197 is a magic number. I know it. I see it in my crayon. Something that I thought about this as I'm just reading these comments here. I really thought on that run up that we would hit some pretty heavy resistance at 200. So 2 weeks ago or last week, after hours, it got up to $200 before going down about to 100. And so we shot up pretty close there. I want to see a more not a more accurate chart, but just want to see where we got 194.66. All right, days range 196.68. So we got very close to 200. And maybe that comment about 197 being the thing, you know, that's a part of it. That's a wall there. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to share this link real quick on Twitter and some other platforms. And then I want to read this page. It's I thought it was very helpful. So let us see. All right, bear with me 1 second. All right, so this is a set of tweets. Let me go to the chat again. All right, back here after 2 months. Did you hold everything, Jackson? I held all my shares, and I actually bought 2 shares on Friday. So I'm about at my limit as to the number of shares that I own, but I'm in the 70s. I think like 73 shares. I never sold. I bought $10 a day worth of shares, so I'm still in. I am still in. I am not leaving anytime soon. What price would I need to see for me to actually sell? I don't know. We're nowhere near that. So I'm not even going to stress about that. I'm not going to think about that for now. Next week is the week. You know, next week is the big week, in my opinion at least, that we'll see some action here. So let me read this thread. But man, I'm fired up. Nowhere near selling. Nowhere near. Not going to sell anytime soon. I've been in this since November. I've had shares. I had some options that expired already. Got out of those with a profit. So, man, at 500, not even close. Not even close to selling, honestly. I mean, really, this week, no matter what number we see this week, I'm not. I'm not in the mood right now. Next week's the big week, so at least as far as I'm concerned, that's my opinion. But this thread, it's a set of tweets. I thought this was very interesting. Like and subscribe if you haven't, by the way. Let me. Gorns, I profited today for 2 minutes. It was amazing. That's hilarious. Gorns, we're coming for you. We're coming. Let me read this. People talked about GME a whole bunch in January, but I don't think you realize just what is happening in the market and how this one stock could result in the greatest transfer of wealth in human history. So I give you this thread. Why is GameStop a game changer? It all begins with the fact that retail is dying. People buy things online. Games are now downloadable content, blah, blah, blah. You know, they're shorting it, buying back $30 of its stick to keep the price from dropping so much, delisted. They went from 100 million shares to 70 million shares. Then about 35 million of the remaining 50 million shares are owned by big investment in index funds, while the remaining 15 million shares are owned by you and I, by retail investors. And average folk like you and me are too poor to be invited by a hedge fund, but put these shares in our meager portfolios for 401k. All right, what price did I buy in? Jay, I bought in around $10. So, but then I kept reloading. So buy now. There we go, Gorns. It is important that you remember that there are only 50 million shares that can trade. Now, to stay afloat, GameStop issued some bonds. In the first big set of bonds, imagine as if they took out multi-million-dollar mortgage on their entire business, scheduled to mature, do so in the next week or so. Sometime last year, hello, Tooth Garden, aloha, excellent. How high will GME go? I have no idea. I don't have a good track record of predicting this stuff. So I am not selling anytime soon. That's all I'll say. I want to see it cross the high from January when it hit 480 a share. And maybe then I'll sell a share, but probably not. So we'll see. So sometime last year, some hedge fund bros saw GME struggling. They got hit by the pandemic and decided it was time to short the crap out of the stock and become cajillionaires. They borrowed the stock, millions of shares of it from the index funds, and then sold it, expecting the price to crater, and then scooping up the GME shares and giving them back to the people they borrowed them from. If GME were to go bankrupt, then they wouldn't even need to give back the shares or even declare capital gains. Billions in profits tax-free. So fully expecting GameStop to default on their bonds, they shorted and they borrowed more and they shorted and they borrowed some more and they shorted, etc., etc. By January, the shares on GameStop had been shorted something like 140%. How does that happen? Well, once the stock is borrowed and shorted and someone like me buys the shares, I would get counted as an owner, and the fund from which the shares were borrowed gets counted as an owner too. Then the stock sits in my brokerage account, and my broker lends the stock to a hedge fund and it shorts again. So someone else bought the shares and they counted as an owner. I'm counted as an owner and the index fund is counted as an owner. Before long, this has gotten out of control and the index fund wanted their shares back, but the price of the stock had risen above what the hedge funds had shorted it for, and the retail owners refused to sell. This is called a short squeeze, and the result was the stock going from $257 to $480 in a year. It wasn't that GameStop generated business that warranted such a high price, but the fact that the hedge funds got out over their skis and their greed hoisted their petard. Their hedge funds went bankrupt, and the biggest, Melvin Capital, was down 153%, or down 53%. Let me read your comment, Jay. What is up, Umberto? So what do the bonds maturing mean to us? It means excess buying, but not enough shares to buy. The stock fell and bottomed out at $40 a share, but it wasn't done. More hedge fund loans were due, and they had to buy the stock and give it back to their lenders, so the price spiked again last week to around $200 after hours. This caused a new problem. Here we go. GME goes burr. Options markets. Options markets are weird to the average person. Basically, people have the stock in 100 share blocks and sell options to buy, known as call options, where you purchase the right to buy the stock at a set price if the market for that stock if it goes up. For example, an options writer makes an out-of-the-money option for GME back at Christmas for $80 a share that has a date of February 26th. This means if someone buys that option at like $1 a share for 100 shares, and by February 26th the stock is more than $80, they can exercise that option and get all 100 shares for below market value at $80 a share. The options writer must sell them those shares or else. Well, when a stock is trading at $20 and the option writer sells an $80 option, they don't actually own the shares, because who expects a crappy stock like GME to shoot up 300%? This is called a naked option, and the options trader now has to find the shares to fulfill the order. The problem is that he only got paid $81 per share, and last Friday's shares were $100 each. So the options guys are hemorrhaging money because the stock went from $40 to $100 in 3 days, and all the contracts due on February 26th from $100 on down were now, quote, in the money. On top of this, a whole bunch of short sellers were doing naked shorts, meaning they were selling stock they didn't have. I'm going to pause here. What I'm wondering happened on that rapid ascent to $196 was maybe some kind of a gamma squeeze, but I don't know. That's just a guess. So let's keep going. As it stands, between the shorts, naked shorts, and naked call options, the rich D-bags have to find something in the neighborhood of 200 million to 500 million shares in their orders. Again, there are only 70 million shares in existence. There are only, never mind, there are only 50 million physical shares in existence, all now in the hands of retail investors who are refusing to sell. So there are actually 70 million shares, but those are the 20 million that he's talking about. The difference between what I'm saying and what he's saying is shares that are locked up that can't be sold. So come tomorrow afternoon. All right, this is a little bit dated, but let's move on. Every evening after the market closes, the brokerages do some accounting with the clearinghouses. They even their books to see that X number of shares moved here and Y dollars moved there, and sometimes they find that 3 million shares are supposed to move from a hedge fund account with a brokerage to account with a brokerage A to accounts with brokerage B. They can't be sold because they're owned by people like Ryan Cohen, who can't sell his shares until like 2022, sometime in 2022, things like that. This is known as a failure to deliver. So brokerage A, yeah, held by execs on the boards. Exactly right, Jacob. Brokerage A looks at other Acoibit accounts and sees that there are another million shares owned by their customers and loans these 1 million shares to the hedge fund to give brokerage B. And A's hedge fund account has 21 days to find 1 million more shares or else. This or else is big because if 21 days pass and the hedge fund hasn't found the shares, brokerage A is required to liquidate the hedge fund's assets and buy the stock at any price to fulfill their obligation. If the retail investors demand $1 million a share, then brokerage A has to pay $1 million a share and liquidate. Oof, that must hurt. Yes, I'm sure it does. $1 million of the hedge fund's assets to pay for it. The same goes for the options writers. If they go 21 days from when they sold the shares and don't deliver, they now have to liquidate assets and pay any price for these shares. And they all have to do this hundreds of millions of times because remember, there are 200 to 500 million naked synthetic shares out there, but only 50 million physical shares. They don't know if they will get a physical share or a synthetic one when someone offers to sell, and they have to keep buying until all orders are filled. Hedge funds and entire options markets will go bankrupt, and there are 500 million shares bought at $100,000. If there are 500 million shares bought at $100,000 each, then these groups have to come up with $50 trillion. No one has that kind of money, so they will be liquidated, pit of existence, and then the instances companies and the clearinghouses themselves will have to start buying shares with their $63 trillion insurance fund, which is basically just the Federal Reserve printing money. The entire global economy is only 87.8 trillion, and for a few brief days, GME has the power to not only be a $7 trillion company, making Ryan Cohen possibly the world's first trillionaire, but to essentially see almost all the cash on Earth go to fulfilling a whole bunch of crappy bets by a bunch of D-bros made filter into the hands of the poor schlubs from Reddit who called their bluff. Something like 63 multi-billion hedge funds could face annihilation. It takes $1 million in liquidity and a yearly salary of $200K or more to invest in most hedge funds. Much of the 1% is about to lose all their wealth to a bunch of potty-mouthed degenerates from internet message boards, and the fear is palpable. Let's see. Share values goes up. USD goes down. So non-US investors are breaking even. I don't know that. FX is costing me 1.14% currently. That's the change from purchase to now. What's wrong with your throat, bud? Yeah, I'm talking too much, I guess. You know, I made a video this morning. Well, actually, I made a video this morning and I didn't like it, so I deleted it and made another video. So I've been talking a lot. So not really on GME. Breaking back through 180. Let's go. Yes, yes. Okay, it takes $1 million in liquidity and a yearly salary of $200K or more. I got to that. Oops, tweet 3 should be 30%, not $30. Thank you. Yes, I will try to remember to stay hydrated. P.S. You'll notice that you will not see CNBC talk about the dire implications of all of this. I really hope that other people go into depth with what is about to happen this month with this really weird once-in-a-lifetime storm that is brewing. PPS for every $1 GameStop is up from last Friday. Another 20,000 or more contracts are in the money that options guys have to scramble to find. All the FTDs from last Friday have until the 19th before they start facing the or else part of their bet. It's weird that I finally have a viral tweet that isn't about naked. Okay, anyway, I don't need to read that. Good stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That's about it. Man. The potential for what's to come is insane. It's insane. And it's gonna happen soon. The end game is coming. I don't know how much more they can kick the can down the road. I mean, I'm sure they will keep trying. But, like, what else are you gonna do? You know, we're not seeing a whole lot of ladder attacks. We're not seeing much of that. Are we seeing any? I can't really think of any ladder attacks that I've seen. Since, I mean, maybe some at the end of February, but they're running out of tools in their tool belt. They're running out of steam. And people are about to get wrecked. And so for those of you who held through all of this, it's like, brothers, I salute you. I'm going to just grab a piece of chocolate. I'm sure my kids are going to be bringing me lunch real quick. So I'll be back in about 10 seconds. Burrito. I don't know. I don't know what they're making me. So I hope so. This is a toner. TONOR. I don't know what model it is. I can look that up and I'll message you on LinkedIn, Umberto. Good morning, Conan. Good afternoon, wherever you are, however you may be listening. It's almost afternoon for me. So, yeah, I have not sold. I don't plan on selling soon. 180, no intention of selling at 180. I bought some more shares on Friday. I am I also bought an out of the money call on Friday. Something like $780 expiring on the 19th. And we'll see. It was a gamble, but I mean, I like the direction we're moving so far. Does my wife like Fado? What is that? I'm not sure. I need to check something out real quick. One second. Okay, I'm back. Oh, music style? Probably not. Back up to 400, a possibility in the near term, or is this a long hold? Yeah, I think 400 in the near term is very possible. I think 400 is likely. If I were to bet on as to whether or not this would hit $400 and my life depended on it, I would I would bet that this will hit $400. So yeah, Noxy, yes. Hey, Noxy, what's up? It should squeeze soon. I think Defo will go past 400. Yeah, I think so. I think this will, like all those numbers that we've been talking about over the last few months, those things are in play. So it's just like I'm gonna be more reactionary with GameStop in general, but $1,000 is certainly a possibility. Dare I say more than that? 10,000. Dare I say that? It's a matter of how strong are our diamond hands, because they're in a lot of trouble. These hedge funds, they're in a lot of trouble, and so we'll see. But there's going to be a point, I'm sure, for all of us where we see the price go up and where like sweat is going to be dripping down our faces, and we are tempted to, what's the word, yeah. Yeah, Noxy, I'm with you on that. I really struggle with thinking about stuff like 10K or 100K. Just can't imagine seeing it on my screen. I do too. And that's the thing. It's like you've got to see it to believe it. Whatever price it gets up to, I don't think any of us are going to be shocked. But like if we were to see next week, the price next week at this time today, like we would probably be pretty surprised. So we'll see. Aside from the squeeze, what would the fair value of GME be? I think around 120 or so. I don't think 40. And I've gone into that in other videos on this channel. I won't go into why I say 120. I think 60 to 100 on the low end is fair value for GameStop. I think with announcements like this, with Ryan Cohen, he's taken over. It's like that should send the stock price higher. Scott, yeah, I mean, I've covered that before. I'm not going to cover that now. It is based on a lot on on their market cap and where it is and where it should be. So yeah, I'm not gonna get into that now. But all right, what is my current position? I have 73 shares and 1 call. No problem, Scott. Appreciate your understanding. So, yeah, 71 shares, 1 call, and I had a bunch of calls that I owned. I bought some in November, and those expired already. So those are done. I made some good money off of that, and I bought some weeklies that week in January when things went crazy. So that Monday morning, as soon as the market opened, I bought weeklies, and I was kicking myself. Thinking about. Sorry, I blanked for a second. At first, that Monday, there was crazy action. It got up to $158 a share, and then went down to something like 60. And I thought, man, I just got duped. But then it went up crazy again. So Mike D'Angelo, buy 27 more and sell covered calls. Yeah, I do have them on different platforms. I did think about that, Mike. I have not crypto. Oh my goodness. I have shares of GameStop on different platforms. I haven't fully exited Robinhood. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I am not completely out of Robinhood. And the problem is there is a problem with transferring out of Robinhood. I won't get into that now because it's not related to GameStop. So yeah, I have crypto on different platforms too, but that's not what I was talking about. But hey, there's a good post. I won't read it. I thought this was helpful. It's on our GME. It's probably still at the top of the page. Exit Strategy DD, a comprehensive guide to maximizing your gains during the GME short squeeze. Advice from a day and swing trader. And so, listen, there are words that I'm going to say that might offend people, and you're going to call me paper hands. But I really regret not doing this last time. I'm going to use the words exit strategy. And this is just a fundamental thing. You know, if a stock is overvalued, you should be thinking about an exit. And so Jordan, oh no. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, Jordan, I know you're not my 3-year-old son, Jordan, but well played. Okay, anyway, exit strategy. Are you seriously, if this goes up to $10,000 a share, are you seriously going to just keep on holding and wait and watch it go back to $100 a share? Really? Are you going to do that? Are you going to be a bag holder? Well, my son can't read or write, Jordan, so all right, I'm not interacting with so-called Jordan anymore. Well played, but I'm not going to be a bag holder, and that might offend you. So, sorry. Yeah, Conan. Umberto 500, you know, if that's your play, then that's great. I'll be happy for you if you get. I will be happy for you if you get out at a profit, and that's the play. That's my mentality with any of you. I know what should have happened in January. What should have happened in January was that this thing should have gone well over $1,000 a share, and what happened? We got screwed. But they can't do that now. They can't make the same excuses they made last time. And so what's going to stop GameStop from doing what it should have done in January? And so I felt awful, man. Those of you who have been on this channel for that whole run, you know, I remember when I went to Great Wolf Lodge with my kids, and I saw the price go down to like $50 a share, and I felt awful for everyone who was still holding at that time, because hindsight is everything. Looking back on it, it was like, you know, if Robinhood and all these other platforms are going to restrict buying, we should probably think yes, the price is going to go down. I mean, duh. Obviously, that's what should have happened in our minds. And so we should have sold when Robinhood restricted tradings, all of us, but we didn't. And it's like Diamond Hands, Gorilla Ape, blah blah blah. It's like, no, that was a rough patch. So all that to say, any of you exit at a point where you profit, it's like, yeah, I do think $500 is going to be a low exit point, but I could be wrong, and it could be one of these things where Umberto, you hit the nail on the head. And so, maybe Umberto, I'll join you and celebrate, and I'll sell a share at $500. But anyway, Tooth Garden, been thinking, yeah, they couldn't do it in January either, yet here we are. Benzinga is reporting call sweeps at $800. What do you mean by that, Matt? Because 800 is on my mind. It's like, man, if it hits $800, we are off to the races. So Tooth Garden, been thinking about that exit strategy. Really not sure how I'll go about that. My thoughts are some kind of incremental sells, like 25%, then another 25%. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm going to take profits, and so maybe I'll sell a share at 500, another share at 600. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Sullivan, been here since the first squeeze and wish I had an exit strategy, but I'm not beating myself up about it. Just learned a lesson for this time. Yes. And I'm with you on that. I learned the same lesson. And you know what? I mean, there were people in that first run, I will name names, John Sharp, who like bullied people, whoever would have ever said anything about selling. And that's not happening again this time. I have a zero tolerance policy for bullying others in this chat or on the Discord. If you're not on the Discord server, by the way, go ahead and join it. It's in the description. And like and subscribe to this channel. I will be live streaming often throughout this squeeze. So keep it up. All right. Mike D'Angelo, when the stock peaks, the most benefits will go to the first sellers and the last shorters to close their position. Yeah. Shane Green, aloha from Hawaii. I wish I was in Hawaii right now. I really hope the best for all of us. Have been holding since early January. One hell of a roller coaster. Yeah, me too. I mean, well, I've been in since November, but man, what a ride this has been. So great start to the day. All right. Hawaii is represented. Do we have updated short interest? Fintel is showing 26%, but not sure if old or not. Conan, let me look something up real quick. So I'm not paying attention really to GameStop short interest, but let me show you something else. So we have this. XRT short interest is $858 million. 10.52 million shares shorted. 141.20% short interest of float. 2.31% fee. So a lot of the shorts, they did things to make it seem like GameStop wasn't being shorted nearly as much anymore. And they jumped to XRT. They bought way out of the money calls. They did things that are above my pay grade to manipulate, manipulate, or at least try to convince us that short interest was gone. But I mean, that 141% number, that should probably sound familiar. And so what is XRT? If you don't know, any of you who don't know, XRT is an ETF with GameStop in it. And so a lot of their shorts were transferred in that direction. So no doubt I slept only to see my Yahoo Finance alert for GME at 158. Check the ticker. It's at 178. This is fantastic. I am loving it. I am not selling anytime soon. That is for sure. So, XRT. Oh snap, that is super sneaky. Wonder if there's a relationship between ETF short squeezes and the actual underlying stock. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is that February 19th, there is, or not February, March 19th, there's they have to get out of XRT by March 19th. So, hey, here we go, 188. Let's see what happens here. Maybe some another sharp rise here. Again, if you're new to the channel, I will be live streaming throughout this GameStop saga. So if you want to get notified about the live streams, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And I hope you enjoy the other content. I'm sure it will be GameStop heavy in these coming days and weeks. So hard to not count eggs before they're hatched. We absolutely covet our own farmhouse property. Okay. I'll check on that Yahoo, or on that high cutie. So let's see, 1209. It's 1210. Let me hit refresh here. Oh yeah, Yahoo is not live right now. Thank you, Jordan. Yes, hit that like button. Oh, two downvotes. Oh no. Bummer, man. I'm so hurt. Not really. I'm kidding. Let's see. So Yahoo. All right, Yahoo is back up. Yahoo's a little bit behind Webull here. Or is Yahoo not back up? I don't know. I don't care. So let's see. GME Mega Thread. How we doing on GME? Thank you, Tooth Garden. Smash that like button. All those people. Smash up that like button. It's hilarious. I mean, it works. It's good for the algorithm, so I can't complain too much. Willem, what's up? Yes, so we are here again. Guesstimate for the end of you always want me to, that is you, right? You want me to always guesstimate, and I always do a poor job at it. So, okay. Well, I will guesstimate under $200 because I think I wouldn't be surprised if there was a pretty heavy sell wall at $200 that we're not going to be able to break through for today. So my guess is, I'm going to guess, actually, I'm going to guess lower than right now. I'll say 176. How about that? You have my guesstimate, 176. Hey, Jordan. Jordan is in the room, my Jordan, and now he's leaving. He's going to close the door, but not all the way, because that's what he does. Thank you, Jordan. Yeah, there will be a sell-off. Yes. Thank you, Umberto. The best radio show ever. Yeah, I try. Yeah, I noticed that high cutie about Yahoo. Thanks again, Jordan. Giving me my meds. Okay, let's see. He's not here anymore, but Jordan says, "Hey, Jordan." So my guess is 250. Oh, Willem, if you are right and I am wrong, I will celebrate like crazy. So yes, just the sheer power when we shoot from 160 to 196. When we shot from 160. I hope you're right. Let's do this. Come on, baby. I just saw 189 there. We're moving up. Here we go. The funny thing about all of this is, like, I am completely unfazed when I see these prices right now. It's like, no, that's cool, I guess, but no, I want it higher. Whereas in January, if this was going on, like all of us would collectively be freaking out. But it just goes to show the power of our diamond hands is like it's even stronger now, for the time being at least. We'll see once we get above 480 how strong our resolve is. Did you eat a burrito? I have no idea. I am excited for lunch. I'm going to have it soon. So, Sideways Llama, what is up? Nerves of Steel now, baby. That's right. What else is new? Exactly. GameStop is so much more stable than last time. I'm not seeing any ladder attacks. I'm not seeing, even like I debated getting on this live stream because it's just like, I don't expect. I don't know how to say. I don't expect as much crazy movements in either direction as last time. So we watch this price every second, every minute, and it's like, is it worth it to watch it? I mean, yeah, if it's going up like this, yes, I'll be happy to watch. But it's just one of those things where it's like, I, it's funny. I'm saying this as GameStop is up $50 a share. Like, should I get on? I'm just, I don't want to be bored to death watching GameStop shoot up $50 a share. Same old, same old. I'm bored. I don't want to be bored, though. Was just talking to someone about that. Been holding Bitcoin since 2013. It's crazy how it'll dump 5 to 10K, and most of us old timers are like, meh. Starting to be like that with GME for me. That's a great comparison. 191. Oh, that was nice. Willem, I hope you are right. Come on, baby. Man, I wish some of the old timers from that chat in January were coming back in here, but I bet they all sold. Thank you. I lament to inform you that I don't have a burrito. I have some spaghetti and meatballs, which I'm very excited about. So I'm going to take a quick breather. I have a meeting at 1:30. I'm probably going to get off the chat in about 30 minutes or so. So spaghetti and meatballs. Maybe that'll be the new burrito. Prolo, what's up? Good to see you. There's some people that I'm just like, I hope they didn't sell. Amen Deep, Batman, Hunter Campbell. I could go on. Mike Hawkins, all right. Wow, holding 50 at 230. Thanks for the support, man. I love it. Don. Oh, wait, not Don. Diarm. Awesome. I love seeing that. Yeah, Julian. I was doing other stuff. I was making other content, and I really wanted to get on, but I needed to finish the content I was making. Yes, sir. All is well. All right, Kevin, that is so great to see. Um, Way to stick with it, man. Went green for the first time, and by all appearances, you'll be going even more in the green. So, Mike Hawkins. All right. Lots of people, lots of diamond hands. The ones who diamond handed are here now. The ones who paper handed are never coming back. So, I mean, actually, no, that's not true. There's a couple people who paper handed and decided to stick around. So, even more props to you for sticking around. Let's see. Yeah, Conan looks like XRT rebalances on March 19th. If GME stock holds this level, could result in them having to buy a much higher proportion of shares, plus shorts may have to cover dividend payments. That's right. Yep, that's exactly right. Love the upward movement. It is fueled by company value news. You know, Mike, I think that was intentional. I think that they were like, "Hey, let's do something to trigger a price increase." So, let's see. Apple and Tesla. I want to check out Apple and Tesla. I own options in Apple and shares in Tesla. Yeah, Apple's just been super depressing. Fortunately, I bought leaps, so I'm not worried about those options. And I'm loving the fact that Tesla's going down because I buy $15 a day in Tesla shares. And so please keep going down so I can buy more shares. Oh, yeah, Willem, I'm sorry, it's my fault. Should have told my wife, demanded that my wife make me a burrito. It's a failure. It's my failure. I own it. But that is not going to stop us from going where we are going. To the moon, to Mars. Let's see. Tooth Garden can't help but reference Volkswagen in 2008. Yeah. I know they're different scenarios, but GME feels much bigger. Volkswagen, the thing that got me kind of dejected about Volkswagen and comparing it to this is like there was a month with GameStop where it was just like the price was just kind of doing its own thing, not really reacting, whereas Volkswagen, it went down and then very quickly shot back up. So stock is still very high considering I'm not eating a burrito. Yeah. So this is a different, I want to extend that chart. This is just different than Volkswagen, but there was a little bit, like, it did inject me with a little bit of hope to see Volkswagen go down the way it did before shooting back up. So I hate Yahoo charts. They're so annoying. But here we go. Double peak in January. Topped out intraday at $4.80 a share. Then shot down. How low did it go? 40. Yeah, around $40. And now here we go, back up. And that move back up is long. It's long and drawn out, which is interesting. I mean, that seems to indicate more of a short squeeze, which I'm sure will trigger some gamma squeezes in the midst. So anyway, I'm so happy to see this back. Okay, how we feeling, boys? GameStop Mega Thread. Ha 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 ha. Diamond Hands. Bought more at 89. I love FOMO. 189. 5 more at 180. People are buying. They're not selling. People are buying GameStop. I love this comment. Stop saying you want it to drop. It was in the 40s for weeks. You had more than enough chances. I am totally with Hibjibbity right now. Love your comment, Hibjibbity. I'm pretty sure the big difference is Volkswagen didn't have their shares removed from trading platforms. Yeah. GME trading sideways was likely the hedge funds delaying. That's a great comment. That's absolutely right. Yep. Bought 4 more today. Hopefully getting a year's wage from each one. Wow. How much do you make? Do you work at McDonald's or something? I'll upvote that. At least 190 EOD, if not 200. We'll see. We will see. Also, short squeeze doesn't necessarily start a gamma squeeze the same way a gamma squeeze can be a catalyst for a short squeeze. Yeah, it really depends on how many calls are in the money and exercised. I'm going to check rising on our GME, see what's going on there. Come on, my American friends, you got this. Looks like we do got it. Looks like we absolutely got it. I'm very curious about after hours. I want to see what happens. So, let's see. We're all excited about the upward momentum, but just remember to diamond hands even if the price declines steeply. Shorts will be making every last-ditch effort to shake people's resolve. I mean, they did so last time. Seems like a little bit more difficult. Do I hear 100K? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going... What are the shorts going to do this time? I think they took that month to prepare for the inevitable. So, someone really doesn't want it to crack 200. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, man, if this cracks 200 today, all bets are off. Willem's prediction of 250 will be... That'll be much closer to my prediction of 176. No doubt. Should have bought more at the bottom, but I never sold. Man, yeah. I wish I bought more. It never entered my mind, so I don't know. I mean, it's always hindsight. I never thought about, like, I bought $10 a day worth of GameStop, and that's it. So I never thought about buying options or buying, like, a bunch of shares or anything. You know who did, though? DFV. Oh, man, DFV reloaded at, what, $50 a share? Bought 50,000 more shares. So, $50 a share... $50 a share, now it's at 190 or so. It's like, man, what a stud. What is that? 50,000 times 50 is 250,000. It's now at 190, so he made something like $700,000. 190, that's right. Yeah, the woulda, coulda, shouldas are so real. Yep. DFV is a legend. Come on, 190s. Here we go. Let's break through. See, that was my spaghetti. The spaghetti brought it down from 190 to 180, and now we're back up above 190, so my bad. Wow. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't even want to think about all the calls I could have bought. Man. All right, let's see. All right, well, 508,790 is the new floor because of Mario. Okay. Meme Should have known. Reminder, this is not the squeeze. 200 is a joke, and we will smash that barrier this week. Yes, we will. Waiting for the gain porn on Reddit. Prolo, nope. I no more buying dips. Nope. You had your chance. Should have just called it an Italian burrito. You guys are hilarious. Come on, 195. Here we go. TBH, with how expensive the calls had gotten, I didn't even begin to think of checking. And when I saw the video, pushing 200 soon. Let's do it. New Day's. Oh yeah, New Day's high. Yes, we're there. Come on, baby. Let's break through 200. It's gonna take some effort to break through, unfortunately. But man, if we do, I mean, we will, but if we do today, it's like, man, that's gonna be awesome. New tweet from DFV. Let's look that up. Oh, that meme was Roaring Kitty. Burrito. Let's see. I need to follow Roaring Kitty. What in the world am I doing? All right, I don't want to play that because I'm afraid of copyright stuff. But all right, there's a channel called Cash Daddies, and one of the guys was going to buy calls, and that's how cheap they were, and the others talked him out of it. Oh no. Oh boy. All right, Stonk Report. All right, another follower on the Stonk Report Twitter account. Let's see. All right, Tooth Garden, I have a stupid question. Why is it good if the day ends at a certain price? I mean, I know higher numbers mean more money, which is good, but from a technical standpoint, what does EOD price mean? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what it, like, if it's better or worse. I mean, obviously a higher price at the end of the day is better. I think the thing that matters is more so end of the week type prices, because that's when all the options expire. And so if the price shoots up throughout the day, then all of a sudden they the people who have sold those options need to buy those shares because those options will exercise. And the difference between an option exercising and a not exercising is 100 shares per contract. So that adds up big time. Huge wall at 200. I saw 199.99 there. So my goodness. But man, if we break through this, the hype is great. Really means nothing for the squeeze. Yeah, it helps with the market sentiment if it's pushing past resistance levels. 200. If this pushes past 200, that the kind of sentiment that happens as a result of that is amazing. Yeah, my pleasure, Tooth Garden for sure. I really associate a HOD at market close with initial crash and pre-post though with recovery the next day. Yeah. Did you see 200, Tooth Garden? I must have missed it. I'm going to see if I can analyze some level 2 data real quick. I'm going to look at that on my phone. Let me see. Well, the asks are definitely outweighing the bids. 200. Come on, 200. Oh my goodness. You know what? Never mind. I guess I don't need to analyze level 2 data. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, GameStop. We cut through that wall. You know, I think Willem is going to be more right than I am. All right, bear with me one more second. Here we go. Okay, man, over 200. This is awesome. Boom. Wow. It's over 9,000. Up 45%. No, oh yeah, it is. It's only up 45%, well, 49% now. So if the stock pushes past 210, should have some good momentum. All right, I'm with you. Now is the time. If now is the time, how much more so is next week going to be the time? Well, you know what, Willem? I'm willing to bet that you are going to be closer to this end of the day price. Seems like there's very little doubt in my mind that that's going to happen since we crossed 200. So props to you. 250 end of the day, maybe higher. Who knows? But my guess of 176 I think is toast. So let's keep going. Oh, I don't want to see ones again. Come on. It's all right. You guys know what's coming. So let's see. I highly doubt. Man, I'm tempted to say something like ladder or something, but I think it's just the movement of the market. You know, sometimes breaking through 200, a barrier like that, it means that you go a little higher and then it pushes back down below 200. And then level 2 is going nuts. Yeah, I'm sure it is. And then it'll bounce back above 200 or I don't know, hang out. So we'll see. M, what is up? Glad I held on to some of these bad boys. The rest is sitting pretty in ETH. All right. Yeah, ETH's looking good the last few days. It's still got a few $100 to recover to its previous high, but I'm good. I'm happy with that. So let's see some movement in an upward direction. Let's do this. Like and subscribe, fellas, for all the hot beats. I don't know what I'm saying. So all right, 204. This is something's huge. Let me see this one. This is huge. Huge news from DTCC. Oh. I got to read this. This might be huge. All right, huge news from DTCC. It basically means that short sellers now have to deliver back within 48 hours, not up to 21 days as before. This is huge for any heavily shorted stock. All right, I'm not going to, well, maybe I'll read all of it. Let's see. High of the day. Yeah, I will do an OnlyFans of me eating burritos. Hey, 210, I saw that. All right, I'm going to take my eyes off the price and we'll see what happens. But let me read this. To all participants, attention managing partner / officer, operations partner, officer, compliance officer, general counsel's office, subject NSCC proposed rule change and advance notice filings to amend supplemental liquidity deposit requirements. It's probably a lot of technical language here. So I'm going to save this And yeah, it's dropping. Put your eyes back on. I'm gonna save this and read it later. Maybe I'll share it in a video, just to um, see if there's any thoughts that I can put together with that. But if that is actually what's happening, then that's phenomenal news. I did notice it's just a proposal, so it's not like it's been implemented already. But anyway. All right, this is not a short squeeze. This is people's interest in the company because of the strategy announcement. Maybe it's a little bit of both. Bottom of the squeeze. Okay. Now's the time to gain your emotional self-control and hold. 100K is not a meme. Okay. Anyway, I used to hate Mondays. Oh man, I love Mondays. Monday's like my favorite day of the week now. So this is not the squeeze you're looking for. Yeah, who's selling right now? You know, I'm not selling anything. I'm not even thinking about selling right now. Not even close. So, man, I gotta plug in my phone. I'll do it another time. Enough with the, oh my god, it's happening posts. I'm with you. 500,000 shares borrowed in the last 2 hours. Absolutely insane. All right. I wonder if they're borrowing shares to sell, pocket the money, and run away. Is that even possible? When? I don't know. All right. The weekends are for crypto. Yep. I never hated weekends more in my entire life. They really should they should rethink how the market is run. It's like we're in a globalized internet age. It's like, come on. You know, when it's 3 a.m. and I'm on my way to Taco Bell and I'm sitting at a light, I should be able to buy a call on something. Anyway, back below 200 for the time being at least. Ain't gonna sweat anything. Yes, absolutely. I'm not, whatever, you know. This is just the appetizer. And I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. The weekend seems ridiculous, yeah. Alright, no memes. I'm not gonna read memes. My brother called me first thing this morning, diamond hands. Just waking up on the West Coast. You should sell. Whatever. Oh, yeah. I have a friend who's a financial advisor. And he told me to sell half my shares at $200. And we got up to 210 and I haven't sold a thing. So, oops. Sorry, Doug. My financial advisor friends, I hope they don't watch this sometime in the future. They're the worst. It's like I post about GameStop and literally all of my financial advisor friends on Facebook have to chime in and talk about how irresponsible it is to be investing in GameStop, as if they're the only ones, that they have this secret knowledge that no one else has. And so, you know, they're not big on crypto either. It's like you're all learning the same things from the same people, and the foundations of what you learned is just, it's lacking. I'm not saying you're not smarter than me. It's just lacking. So my financial advisor wants to buy the dip. Yeah. See you later, Graham. Grant, well, I won't be here in an hour and a half. I have a meeting at 1:30, but peace out to you for sure. Diamond Hands didn't come all this way from 199, that's for sure. Yeah, yes. Selling half would be smart for other stocks. GME is different. I'm totally with you on that. That is absolutely my opinion on this. This is different. I mean, I've made these short videos, these TikToks, Wall Street bets rules of engagement. And my second rule is anytime that a stock goes parabolic that's been hyped up on Wall Street bets, you hit that sell button. But GameStop's the exception. GameStop is the exception. And, you know, does that mean I should have followed my advice in January when GameStop went up to 480? I mean, that's a different story because GameStop, I mean, how do you define parabolic? GameStop closing at $60 the previous Friday was parabolic. According to my rules, I should have sold at 60, but I didn't because I knew something higher was coming. So, anyway, lots of big boy trades, I'm sure. I would love it if Elon Musk had something to do with this. Remember that tweet, you know, he's a destroyer of shorts. And, you know, who else? Mark Cuban's AMA on Reddit seems to be very timely right now. He told us to hold. And I remember it dropped pretty heavily after he told us to hold. But he was right. You know, Mark Cuban was right. So, watched The Big Short again recently. Sweet. Let's see. 99% of the people I tried to get into Bitcoin completely dismissed me. Could be a big told you so, but I don't even feel that way. I'm literally just sad about it. Could have been huge for friends. I can totally relate to that, Tooth Garden. It's like, I don't post on Facebook about Bitcoin. And the reason why is because I know that, like, I'm just going to get hated on by all of my friends. And then it's like, but then I feel bad for them because, like, maybe some of them would listen to me. And if you're wondering, yes, now is still a great time to get in with Bitcoin at $50,000. It's going to $200,000 this year. So, Scotty, been here from the start. GME is so different. Selling isn't even an option at this point. GME is the new BRK. I don't know what BRK is. Maybe I probably should. But, yes. Why would you sell right now? Don't be sad. We are ahead of the game. No one around me believed, but I plot forward. That's why I follow people like Papa B. All right, M. Yeah, I'll tell you guys. You know, none of my friends know about my YouTube channel. I just don't tell them about it because I know they're just going to be haters. So, and that's not true. Like, three of my friends know. But, oh, Berkshire Hathaway. Oh, my goodness. I feel like an idiot. Do I have any thoughts on NBA Top Shot? I haven't heard about it. But does that have to do, like, with the National Basketball Association? Because if so, I'm like, yes, please. That is brilliant. If that is what I think it is, where you're gonna sell NBA NFTs, if that's what that is, Heisenberg, oh my goodness. It's all good. It's all good. Berkshire Hathaway. They have a licensing. Oh, man. Dude, that fires me up. That is a brilliant... Because basketball cards right now are on fire. And NFTs are on fire. So you combine the two, and it's like, wow. Had to take a walk. I was good to see you, Micah. Oh man, it's a digital trading card system where people can buy and sell moments of cool plays. That is awesome. All right, I'm gonna look that up. That sounds. Oh, I totally believe that the top ones are going for that much, no doubt. That sounds pretty phenomenal. That's like, I'm afraid to dip my toes into NFTs, but NFT trading cards, that's something else. Or NFT moments like that, forget about it. So GameStop hovering around $200. I do expect some upward movement. Or, I don't know. Either way, today's been a phenomenal day. Up $60. Are you kidding me? So, alright. It's in beta and has exploded. It's been a bumpy ride. Good to know. Yeah. Let's see this. Reorient your mind to not give an S about price jumps until we're in the throes of the squeeze. If your pockets are deep enough, which Citadels are, it's very easy to manufacture a fake squeeze, trigger paper hands, and make even more money on the way down. Stop clenching your bottom at these minuscule price movements. All right. I'm with you. Is there a way to invest in this NBA stuff? I'm sure if you look up NBA, what was that? NBA Top Shot. Yeah, for sure. I'm sure there is a way. So, all right, guys, I have to head out because I have a meeting soon. But it's been great bringing the gang back together, and I'm sure over the next few days that we will be streaming some more. So come on in. Come on into the chat, like and subscribe if you haven't already, because this is where it's at. And this is where we are talking almost entirely about GameStop. So, peace out, everybody. Maybe I'll see you this afternoon, maybe not. We'll see. We'll just see what happens with the price. But have a good one, Burrito Gang. Aloha. Oh, thanks, Tooth Garden. Awesome.